Hello everyone. In this lecture, we'll study circle drawing algorithm, specifically midpoint circle drawing algorithm. The content of the lecture is the definition of circle, what is the symmetrical nature of a circle, what is a scan conversion, fundamental concept of circle drawing, how decision parameter is obtained, the derivation for obtaining a decision parameter, algorithm, example, and the summary. Circle can be defined in two coordinate system, Cartesian and polar coordinate system. In Cartesian coordinate system, this equation of the circle can be obtained if we know the radius r and the center xc, yc. Then any point on the circle is obtained by the equation which is given over here. X minus xc whole square plus y minus yc whole square is equal to r square. If we take center as origin, then the equation further reduces to this form. And this is a more simpler form. And in the algorithm, we will perform all the calculation with respect to origin. And then we'll shift our calculated coordinates to the desired location. For calculation purpose, this equation will be used in the algorithm. In polar coordinate system, we use theta to obtain the points along the circle path. Every time that this theta, this angle, is incremented by 1 and the points on the circle path is calculated by the equation which is given over here. We should know the center and the radius. Important property of a circle is the symmetrical nature of a circle. There are two symmetries. One is a quadrant and the other is octant symmetry. In the quadrant symmetry, the circle is divided into 4 equal parts. And the most helpful aspect of the symmetrical nature is if we calculate a point in one of the quadrants, like xy over here, then we can get 3 more points by simply putting up an appropriate sign in the coordinates, like we get minus xy, minus x minus y in the third quadrant and x minus y in the fourth quadrant. So calculation will be performed only in the first quadrant. We'll calculate the pixel position along this first quadrant, and for the rest of the circumference of a circle we'll get by simply putting up a sign in the appropriate place for all other 3 quadrants. Similarly, in the octant symmetry, circle is divided into 8 equal parts and calculation is done only in the one octant of a circle instead of performing calculation in the entire circumference. We perform calculation in one octant and we get 7 different points in each of an octant. As we can say, AB is the point obtained in the first octant. We obtain 3 more points in other 3 quadrants like minus AB, minus A minus B, A minus B. Flip the values of A and B, we get another point in the adjacent octant and we get the value minus BA, minus B minus A, B minus A as the other 4 points. So total, we know, we calculate AB and we get 7 more points in the remaining octants. So this is an octant symmetry. Here further the calculation is reduced by 50%. So this symmetrical nature is very helpful in reducing the calculation in the algorithm. Scan converting circle means if we have to plot a circle on this raster screen, then converting the circle path into a pixel position. All the calculations, the concept or the mechanism which convert the circle path into the pixel positions onto the screen is said to be rasterization or scan conversion. Whether we use an octant symmetry or a quadrant symmetry, if we are using a quadrant symmetry, we'll use 1/4 of a circle. We'll plot 1/4 of, we'll perform calculation on 1/4 of a circle and rest of the points is obtained by symmetrical nature. And if we are using an octant symmetry, then we use only the this part is calculated and rest is obtained by these values. In both the cases, we increment the value of x by 1 and we perform calculation on y. Whether it's an octant or quadrant symmetry, in both the cases in the algorithm, this will be the first point 0 comma r. This point, the x value is 0 and this is the radius. So 0 comma r, here radius is 17. This will be the first point and for the remaining points, we'll increment the value of x by 1 and we perform calculation for the y. The fundamental concept says, like in Bresenham's line drawing algorithm, we have to select a pixel which is nearest to the circle path. So given a circle boundary and 2 candidate pixel, algorithm must select a pixel which is nearer to the circle path. We perform the calculation only in one octant or the quadrant, and origin is taken as the center of a circle for simplifying the equation. Working principle is that in first octant or quadrant, we start from the first point, which is 0r, increment x by 1 always, and take decision on the y value. So if this is the current pixel xk, yk, we increment the value of x by 1 in every iteration inside the loop. Here if this is x is 2, then 3 and 4 and 5. So increment the value of x by 1 and we take decision on the y value. For example, here xk, yk is the current pixel. For the next pixel, x is incremented by 1 and for y we have two candidate pixel yk and yk minus 1. So decision has to be taken between yk or yk minus 1. How to set a pixel, how to select amongst these two, or how to decide that which pixel is nearer to the circle path. We choose a midpoint between the two candidate pixels. These two pixels have a midpoint which is given by a red dot over here. We check the position of the midpoint. Coordinate of the midpoint is given us because the x is incremented by 1. So on this line, this midpoint will have a coordinate xk plus 1. And because it is between yk and yk minus 1, this will have a value yk minus half. So midpoint between two candidate pixels is this. This midpoint is used as a decision parameter. How it is? So how midpoint is helpful in deciding which pixel to choose? Let us see this diagram. Now we have the current pixel is xk, yk, and the next pixel is xk plus 1. In this line, xk in the next value of x, we have to choose between these two blue dots. This is yk and this is yk minus 1. For that we take a midpoint. Midpoint coordinates are xk plus 1 and yk minus half. We check the position of the midpoint. If the midpoint is inside this circle, then the pixel above the outside the circle is more closer to the circle path. So whenever we have midpoint inside the circle, the outer pixel is more closer to the circle path. Hence we choose yk as a next pixel. So case 1, we define it as a case 1 and saying that if midpoint is inside the circle, like in this example, then outer pixel is closer to the circle path and hence we choose the next pixel as yk. If again for the candidate of 2 pixel, if we take the midpoint and midpoint lies outside the circle path, then lower pixel is more nearer to the circle path. Hence we choose yk minus 1 as the next pixel point. So in the case 2, if the midpoint is outside the circle, then inner pixel is more closer to the circle path. Hence we choose next pixel value as yk minus 1. Decision parameter is based on this concept and we mathematically arrive at a decision parameter by placing in the equation of a circle the midpoint values, which is xk plus 1 and yk minus half. So let us see how we get a decision parameter. Equation of a circle with respect to origin is given as this. We reframe this equation and write it as a function of x comma y, and we obtain this equation x square plus y square minus r square. This becomes our decision parameter, and this decision parameter is helpful in taking a decision on y value. Any point xy can be tested whether it is inside the circle or outside the circle or on the circle by placing its value on this equation. If we get that value as 0, then the candidate point is on the circle. If value of this function is greater than 0, then the point is outside the circle. And if the value of point is less than, if this function is less than 0, then the point is inside the circle. This is a So how to obtain a decision parameter mathematically? Let us see. We obtain this function xy and we substitute the midpoint values in this function, and this function equation is given as x square plus y square minus r square. This becomes our decision parameter pk, current decision parameter pk, and we substitute the values of midpoint in this equation and we obtain this form. Similarly, we expand these values, we get xk plus 1 whole square, yk minus half whole square and minus r square. For the next decision parameter, we increment the value of x and y in the subscript form, and for the next decision parameter, this is an equation. We know that the value of x in the algorithm is always incremented by 1, and we have to decide upon the value of yk, whether it will be the point outside the circle, which is yk, or the point inside the circle, which is yk minus 1. So decision has to be taken on the value of y. We take a difference of these two equations and we find out, we get this as a result on the right hand side. Xk plus 1 whole square minus xk plus 1 whole square. These are the two terms, and again these are the two terms. We subtract pk plus 1 minus pk. Now if we look into this term, this is nothing but this is the next value of x as written and as given in the equation. We are incrementing the value of x by 1, and this notation is given by the next value of x subscript of k plus 1. So we replace this representation by this notation and we get an equation as this. Now in the next step, we expand this term and we reduce or we simplify the x values in this equation. So we have got this. We are going to expand this as a plus b whole square, and a plus b whole square is a square 2ab plus b square, and minus this. Now look into this. We have two terms, xk plus 1 whole square. We have expanded this into this, and there are terms which gets cancelled out, plus xk plus 1 whole square and minus xk plus 1 whole square, and the equation reduces to this format. This becomes an equation, and depending upon the value of y, whichever as per the decision parameter, whichever value of y is chosen, we'll substitute and then we'll simplify. So we take two cases. When the current decision parameter is less than 0, midpoint is inside, and we choose the next pixel position as yk. And we substitute this value in this equation, and we get the form as, we substitute yk plus 1 as yk. So we substitute yk plus 1 as yk, and we get these two form of an equation. What happens over here is this term and this term gets cancelled out, and this it reduces to pk plus 1 reduces to this format, and this is a formula that will be used in the algorithm inside the loop to every time find a next decision parameter whenever the current decision parameter is less than 0. So we summarize the calculation for the decision parameter less than 0. X is incremented by 1. Y is decided as to be a pixel, the one which is outside the circle, which is yk. And next decision parameter is calculated as this. So these calculations will be implemented in the algorithm. Let us take the second case. What happens when the midpoint is outside the circle? We choose the lower point, which is yk minus 1. So in this case, the next decision parameter calculation, we substitute the value of yk minus 1 as yk minus 1. So we substitute this value and we get this. Now this yk minus 1 minus half, we rearrange this term so that yk minus half over here gets cancelled over with the yk minus half over here. So what we'll do is we'll swap these two positions, and then we use a minus b whole square. We'll apply this equation over here, and then we expand this term. So this term is further expanded by using a minus b whole square, and then we get a square minus 2ab plus 1. Now if we again look into this part, two terms which cancel out is this, and if further the equation reduces to this. Let us more simplify this representation. As next decision parameter is this, plus we expand this term, we remove the bracket, and now we have 1 minus, this gets added up to 2, take out 2 as a common, and this is yk minus 1. So this is actually the next y value. So we'll replace the notational representation of this term from yk minus 1 to next value of y. So we get this representation, and in summary we can say whenever the decision parameter is greater than 0, we have to increment the value of x by 1, use the next decision value, use the next y value as yk minus 1, and next decision parameter as this. This will also be used in the algorithm. Now remains the first decision parameter, which is P0. We know the first pixel will always be 0 and R, and first pixel position, this will be the first pixel position in the circle drawing algorithm. But we have to find out the very first decision parameter. Based on this value, we'll find out the subsequent points on the circle. So P0 will be the first decision parameter. This was the equation of the midpoint, putting midpoint onto the circle. Now we substitute x as x0 and y0. We know that x0 is 0 and y0 is r. So we expand the equation x square plus y square minus r square, and now we substitute x0 as 0 and y0 as r. Further expand this term, this turns out to be 1. This is r minus half whole square, that it gets expanded to r square minus r plus 1 by 4. Plus r square and minus r square gets cancelled out, and we are left with 5 by 4 minus r, which is approximately equal to 1 minus r. So first decision parameter comes out to be 1 minus r. So in short, we can say we'll start from the first pixel, which will be 0, r, and let us say the center be xc, yc. We obtain other pixel in the first octant by incrementing the value of x by 1 and taking decision on y. X is incremented by 1, and if we check the value of the decision parameter, if it is less than 0, then y is the upper pixel or the pixel which is outside the circle, and next decision parameter is calculated by this formula. However, if the value of decision parameter is greater than 0, then yk is the lower pixel, which is yk minus 1, and next decision parameter is obtained using this formula. We shift the pixel because entire calculation is done with respect to the origin, and we want to plot the pixel with respect to a given center, which is xc, yc. So we want to display the obtained pixel xy at xy. We'll shift this pixel with respect to the center x plus xc and y plus yc, and there the pixel will be displayed, and this process is repeated inside the loop till we get x is equal to y, where the first octant finishes. Like this. So we say at this position we get y is equal to x. So we start performing calculation from 0, r till we reach this point, which is x is equal to y. So algorithm, coming to the algorithm, input is a r radius and a center xc, yc. We obtain the first point on the circumference of a circle as x0, y0 as 0, r. Then calculate the initial decision parameter p0 as 1 minus r of 5 by 4 minus r. At each x position, start from k is equal to 0. We perform the following test. Again, if the decision parameter is less than 0, next point will be this, and decision parameter will be this, as we have derived in the previous slide. Otherwise, next point will be xk plus 1 and yk minus 1, and this will be the decision parameter. We have obtained the octant. We are using an octant symmetry, so we have obtained the first point. We can obtain the remaining points by using these notations and placing a minus sign in the appropriate values. Once we have obtained each point, then we shift the point to the center by using x plus xc and y plus yc, and we repeat these steps 3, 4, 5 till x is greater than or equal to y, till x is equal to y. Then we reach an octant. Let us take an example. Let us rasterize a circle with radius 10, center as an origin. So we know these two cases, we know the calculation of these two cases. So we take the first decision parameter p0, which will be 1 minus r, 1 minus 10, which will be minus 9. Since first decision parameter is less than 0, we have first point x0 as 0 and y0 as 10. Now for the second decision parameter, we'll calculate p1. As first decision parameter is minus 9 is less than 0. So our values of xk and yk plus 1, x will be plus 1 and y value will remain the same. So this was 0 plus 1 will be 1 and y1 will be 10. What about the decision parameter? We use this equation to obtain a next decision parameter, which is p1. p0 plus 2x1 plus 1. So minus 9 was the first decision parameter. p0 minus 9 plus 2. x1 is 1 plus 1, which comes out to be minus 6. So next decision parameter is minus 6. So again minus 6 is less than 0. So we increment the value of x by 1 and y will remain same. So x will be 2 and y will be 10. Next decision parameter p2 will be, again this equation is used. So p1 plus 2x2 plus x1. So minus 6 plus 4 plus 1 minus 1. So for the p2 again we have minus 1. So minus 1 is less than 0. So next pixel positions will be 3 and 10. Next pixel position will be 3 and 10. And next decision parameter we will use this equation, which will be minus 1 plus 6 and 1, which is 6. Now a positive value. Now because this is a positive value, for the next points on the raster system, we will use this scenario where pk is greater than 0. X will be incremented by 1, y will be minus 1. So x is 3 plus 1, 4, and y will be 10 minus 1, which is 9. So these are the new pixel coordinates on the screen, and decision parameter, next decision parameter is obtained by using this. We apply this to the values and you get -3 as a decision parameter, which is again a negative value. Hence we use this calculation, obtain x5 as 5 and this will remain the same 9. Next decision parameter, again this equation is used. It will be 8, which is positive, plus sign. So we use this. We have to increment the value of y by 1. So it will be 6 and -8, 9 minus 1, 8. Use this for the decision parameter calculation. It is 5, positive. So value of x will be 6 plus 1. Y has to be decremented by 1, 7. X and y both are now same, 7 and 7. So calculation stops. So this is a 1 octant calculation. Continue the loop till y is equal to x. So in summary, we have seen a midpoint circle drawing algorithm, which is a very simple algorithm. It takes the midpoint into consideration between the two candidate pixels, selects the one which is closer to the circle path by checking the position of the midpoint. It is simple to implement. It uses the incremental calculation. Pixel in 1 octant are calculated and rest are obtained. Thank you.